Do remodeling interior and exterior on the residential side. When we started, we were looking for filling a role with training with sales, either internally with a sales manager or in this case, someone like FPG. And we were wowed by, well, both Jason and his significant other there. I don't think you guys were together at that time, but and your breakouts were incredible. I was at a conference that had multiple breakouts, different things, and I went first one I went to. I went back to every one of those the rest of the week, and knew right away that we needed someone like FPG to hold us accountable, and then the message that they send. Well, that turned into, we were probably a $3 million company back then, and very quickly grabbed onto the message and followed it. And now we're about 10 million, tracking to probably 12 to 15 million in the residential end. It's just really elevated our guys on how to listen to the customer and how people buy. And this message, revisiting this again, and this is, we're always trying to grow, and you can only absorb so much. There's a lot of content here. So if you can even take 5 things from this today and implement it, that's wonderful. So I'm always back in here trying to get new leaders and new people to see the message that FPG offers from the management to the sales. And they've actively, honestly, have been acting kind of as a sales manager for us for a long time. And it's just been a great thing. So we're always looking for, and the content's always changing. So it's really neat to see the growth of the company and be a part of that as well. The main challenge is you're changing mindsets, right? So ultimately, someone's coming in and they're going to tell you how people buy, and you've got a lot of veteran sales guys that think they know. So the biggest challenge is converting them to have an open mind to actually absorb the information that's being given and then also implementing it. So another reason we've stuck this out so consistently for so long is maybe a few tail enders don't grab it right away, and we're not getting the production we want. So we don't give up on them necessarily, long as they're still trying, but they might need to be more help along the way, right? So I would say if I learned anything from it, I'd be pushing more and more to actively use the system. You can sit and listen, but if you don't actively use it and hold yourself to uncomfortableness, I would say, you're not going to gain the benefit as quickly as you could have. Now, some of my guys actively used it and are amazing right off the gate. I had a guy that got trained by one of my main guys that turned, I think, 3 million year one in residential is unheard of. Our average guy before him was 600,000 muddling along. And because of the training that went along the way, plus the trainer was trained by this and believed in it, he got there so much faster. But then I've got, I had another guy that not necessarily is engaged in it and is nowhere near as far, and that's a current situation. So it's an interesting thing. I definitely say make sure that you're all in to try to make sure you get the best out of the value of this. I got a veteran sales guy that was resistant and took a while to convert. Years to convert from this, to follow certain processes, to organize his time. He was a great sales guy as far as getting customers to buy, but his back end and his ability to manage his time has been horrible. But in the last 2 years, I don't know what he exactly grabbed on related to FPG, but he's done a better job of now feeling like he doesn't need to waste his time on category 1 buyers. Not that you dismiss them, but you don't spend hours on a category that isn't going to buy, and you get to the right questions quicker, and that's made his time freedom better, which has helped him organize his thoughts. So if anything resonated to the top for that, it would be him, because we don't want to waste our time on the wrong message with the wrong people. So that's a big thing that this sales training offers, is knowing what the message has to be for the buyer.